just referring to my 6th question given for homework. So, are you ready to join with me? As always, you have to be here, right? You help me with my 6th question given for homework. Okay. Opening the book like this. Reading. Question number 1. Okay. Question number 1. What is the estimated weight of a single cloud? You know what? I love clouds because when we look also they are so cute, they are beautiful, and I love clouds a lot. And what is the estimated weight of a single cloud? A. 2.752 billion pounds. 1 million pounds is the second answer. Third option is 0.52 million pounds. Fourth answer is 1 million pounds. What could be the answer? I'll go with option number 4, which is 1 million pounds. I don't know really whether the answer is correct. It's okay, let's have a check.
The answer is
1 million pounds. My answer turned out to be correct. 1 million pounds. A cloud is a large group of tiny water droplets that we can see in the air. Up in the air we can see tiny droplets of water got together and make that huge cloud, right? Clouds are formed when water on earth evaporates into the sky and condenses high up in the cooler air. Right? So, this is how it happens. Water from the earth evaporates, the ocean, sea water and all, they evaporate and then they condense, they cool in the air and then they form the cloud. And rain, snow, sleet and hail falling from clouds is called precipitation. What is it called? Precipitation. Most clouds form in the troposphere, that means the lowest part of the Earth's atmosphere, but occasionally they are observed as high as in the stratosphere or mesosphere, right? Then clouds can contain millions of tons of water. Millions of tons of water. Cumulus clouds are puffy like cotton floating in the sky. Frog is straightest type of cloud that appears very close to the ground. The frog is the straightest type of cloud. Frog type cloud. So, it ends the matter about clouds. And now moving to question number 2 with 212. Which of the following was used as a medicine in the 1930s? 1930s is when my granny used to live. I asked this from my granny. Not got that time to ask. Right? Option number 1, mustard. Option number 2, ketchup, which I love the most. Option number 3, mayonnaise. Option number 4, maple syrup. Ketchup and mayonnaise. Burgers are incomplete without them. Yes. So, I used to remember my granny saying ketchup was used as a medicine those days. Though we use it now to add a new taste to our food. So, I'll go with the answer number 2, which is ketchup. So, here we go to check whether my answer is correct.
The answer is
ketchup. Okay, so this ketchup. I love ketchup, to be frank. In the 17th century, the Chinese mixed a concoction of pickled fish and spices and called it ketchup, means the brine of pickled fish. By the early 18th century, the table sauce had arrived in the Malay states, present-day Malaysia and Singapore. What is Malay states? Present-day Malaysia and Singapore, where English colonists first tasted this ketchup. The Malaysian Malay word for sauce was kickup or kecap. They pronounce it as K-chup. That word evolved into the English word ketchup. English settlers took ketchup with them to the American colonies. The spelling catch up might have been also used for this in the past. Ending the matter of ketchups over there, right? Or else I would be hungry for a burger right now. We'll move on to our third question, question number 3. What is the scientific meaning of jiffy? What is the scientific meaning of jiffy? Right? I always used to tell my friends, I'll just be back in a jiffy. But what is the jiffy? Right, let's check what this jiffy is. There are 4 options given. First option is 1/100th of a second. Option number 2, 2/4 of a minute. Option number 3, 1/10 of a second. And option number 4, 1/10 of a minute. Frankly, I also always say, I'll just be back in a jiffy. Right? But I never know the meaning of this. I can't even suggest an answer because it's so puzzling. A jiffy, I'll be back in a jiffy. It means something, I think a small time newt, but I don't know what it is. So better we go check what the answer is.
The answer is
1/100th of a second. Okay, so the answer is 1/100th of a second. So if you use I'll be back in a jiffy for your friends, and if they ask what is this jiffy, how are you going to answer? It means it's 1/100th of a second. There is a second, you divide it into 100 parts, and one part of it is a jiffy. Right? So, ketchup. You know what? I want to taste a little bit of ketchup right now. And I'm hungry for ketchup because I was always I was previously talking about ketchup. So I'm out watering for something mixed with ketchup. So I'll go have something and be back soon. Stay waiting for me here. Okay, I'll be back soon. So, tummy full, I'm fit to move on to question number 4. To start off with, which amongst the following animals has 32 muscles in each of its ears? 32 muscles in each of its ears. Option number 1, dog. Option number 2, ostrich. Option number 3, cat. Option number 4, iguana. 32 muscles in each of its ears. Cat. I decided I stick to the answer as cat. Okay, so let's go check whether my answer is correct.
The answer is
Cat. Okay, so cat has 32 muscles in each of its ears. Right? 32 individual muscles in each ear allow for a kind of directional hearing. A cat can move each ear independently of the other. he can move one front, other back. Can move these ears independently, but we can't, right? But the cat can. Yep. Because of this mobility, a cat can move its body in one direction and point its ears in another direction. Most cats have straight ears pointing upwards like this. Most cats have. But they can move their body, to one direction, and they can move their ears to another direction. This is a nice fact to know. Cats, because you also might be loving cats, right? You might have pet cats at home. You might be always petting them, but be careful. Their fur should not enter your nose, or else haching, phlegm, cold, and many diseases. So, always when you have pet cats at home, don't always pet them, don't always touch them and touch yourself, right? Because they are bad. You get sick then. Okay? Moving on to question number 5. Okay? Now be ready to answer these questions. A dried plum is properly known as a blank. Find the answer that fits this blank. A dried plum is properly known as what? Option number 1, prune. Option number 2, raisin. Option number 3, date. I love dates a lot. Wow, they're so tasty, they're so sweet and tasty. I love dates, but this asks what is a dried plum properly known as? I'll say raisin. Raisin is, no, I'll say date. Let's check what the answer is properly.
The answer is
Prune. Plums are a dried plum. A dried plum is properly known as a prune. I went wrong. It's okay. It's not that we all know everything, right? Sometimes you might not know anything, and that is not a fact to feel ashamed, because we all are not perfect, right? So, plums are beautiful fruits that range in color from yellow to green to pink or deep purple, right? Their flesh is juicy and so sweet, and their small size makes them a good snack fruit. They're a good snack fruit, right? I remember my daddy carrying a packet of plums, so that he could have them when he's traveling, because they're small and tasty. It fills his tummy also, right? Because of that. These plums might be one of the most ancient fruits. Their remains have been found in Neolithic caves along with olives and grapes. I love grapes also, they're so tasty, just like plums, right? Some plums are meant for cooking. They are small and tart. The large plums usually available in the grocery store are delicious eaten fresh. They're eaten fresh, right? Plums are ripe when they feel heavy and give slightly when touched. When you touch it, press slightly, then it means it's ripe. To ripen plums, place them in a brown bag. Then the plums ripe. Plums are a good source of vitamin C, vitamin A, and antioxidants. Prunes are dried plums. You all know that. They are known being good for digestion. That means if you have plums, it helps your digestion inside your body. Okay. Plums are stone fruits. They belong to the rose family and are related to peaches, apricots, and cherries. Cherries is also something I love. Mouth waters when I hear the name. Yep. So, plums can be made into jam. In Asia, people enjoy pickled plums, and I enjoy them the most. Yeah. wander over there or else I'll be in need of plums right now. We'll go with the next question. Okay. Moving on to the next question now. You have a picture right here, right? You have to say, you have to match the names I give with the picture there, okay? Iguazu Falls, Brazil, Antelope Canyon, Arizona, Marble Caves, Chile. Iguazu Falls, Brazil, Antelope Canyon, Arizona, Marble Caves, Chile. What is it? I'll take you to the first option, Iguazu Falls, Brazil. Let's check whether my answer is correct.
The answer is
Iguazu Falls, Brazil. Okay, so it is Iguazu Falls, Brazil. Brazil is one of those countries you have to visit, and I also have to. So we'll go one day together because it has so many places for you to see and for me to see. Iguazu Falls, Brazil. The word Iguazu means great water in local language. Great water, you can imagine the waterfall from the name. It might be a lot of water, right? The semicircular horseshoe-shaped falls are 1.7 miles wide and made up of around 275 different individual falls depending upon the river's flow. So depending on the river's flow, 275 different individual waterfalls also join this fall, right? So the tallest of the waterfalls is called the Devil's Throat, and I've heard this, and has a drop of more than 262 feet, making Iguazu Falls almost twice as tall as Niagara Falls and nearly 3 times as wide. Yeah. So, the Devil's Throat is the largest curtain of flowing water at Iguazu Falls and is made up of 14 individual waterfalls. 14 individual waterfalls, they get together and make this. On average, 150 cubic meters of water flows down every second, which can increase up to 13,000 during rainy season. Right? Aha. Okay. Alvarez Cabeza de Vaca was the first Spanish explorer to see the falls in 1541. We discovered this fall because of him, because he was the first explorer to see this. Yeah. So, in 2011, this Iguazu Falls is also chosen as one of the 7 wonders of the nature, of course. From the name, we can imagine that. Right? Here I shut down my book, close my book like this. I have to protect this book because it's going to rain, I guess. So I have to protect this book. You all have to protect your books. So the time for me to go home now, if it starts raining and all, I won't be able to go home, right? So, if you have any questions, what should you do? You have to send it to the address right over there to my house. You can write down your questions. You can text your questions to our WhatsApp or Viber number, so just write over there. Okay? If you want to see me every day, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Aplus TV, where you get to see my videos. And if you want to see me, you can subscribe. You can go visit my Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages also, which is known as Aplus TV, right? And when you do all this, keep your parents around you, or else you might need for some you might need advice, right? So I'll be back with the next 6 questions. Until then, stay safe. Bye.